So tired, so tired. Okay, so we're just gonna get through this hour, then we're gonna be okay, alright? Can we do that? So we have 10 minutes for each group, and the schedule says 10 to 15 minutes, right? But we have 10 groups. So if actually everybody takes 15 minutes, we are toast. So we toast it. So it's better that each group takes 10 minutes, okay? And therefore, we are going to give you a little warning. When we do this, this means it's 10 minutes and you better wrap up, okay? But if you when you wrap up your presentation and you don't hear any of these, that means you have done well managing your time, okay? Sounds good? Alright, so the first group is always the brave one, and we shall give them the loudest applause. So can we please welcome our very first group? There we go.
Today our topic is bad time management, and these are our team members: Jenny, Nancy, Vivian, Jennifer, and Sandy. Okay. And this is our outline. First, I will make some introduction of our topic, and second, we will discuss three causes: emotional statement, lack of motivation, poor organization. And third, we will make a conclusion. The last, we will have some Q&A time. So let's start. It seems that there is never enough time in the day. In fact, we all get 24 hours. We all get the same 24 hours. But there is a question. Why can some people finish more tasks than others? And the answer lies in time management. And what is time management? Time management is the way we organize and distribute our time between activities. Good time management enables you to use time wisely, and so that you can do more things in less time. In contrary, having poor time management may damage your effectiveness and causes stress. Yeah. So why do we choose this topic? Our topic is focused on bad time management because lots of people have this kind of problems, and we think that it is important to spend time to learning about what elements cause your bad time management. Then you can try to improve and manage your own time more efficiently and save your time in the future. Next, we will talk about three causes. The first one is emotional statement. Human beings all have emotions, and bad emotions always make some negative influences on our life. For example, people sometimes procrastinate because they feel anxious about a task that they need to deal with. And the same, if you need to finish a big assignment, maybe you will worry about whether you can finish or not, or maybe you will worry about not doing very well, and then you will delay the task. So the point is, this avoidance won't make the problems go away. Bad emotional feeling could interfere with your schedule more seriously and lead to bad time management. So let's move on to Jennifer. She will discuss more about depression part of emotional statement.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jennifer, and let's go over the PowerPoint slide. Why are depression and chronic time management linked? This issue is a very common aspect of the emotional struggle. Like when you are not in the mood or when your mind is foggy, you often lose interest in activities you normally enjoy, even about the fun activities you used to attend. So the reason for the time delay is probably just a bad mood. And people may hesitate or put off things because they are afraid of not adapting to the passage of the time. And what if depression takes control of your time? It's what makes it hard for you to be productive or accomplish anything. And there is one thing I want to talk about. Being depressed is to falling behind, and falling behind is to more depression. I would like to explain this sentence like the emotional struggle might make you want to stay in the bed all day long or mindlessly watch the Netflix. And actually, there is the work you should be doing. And briefly speaking, it is like the choking, spreading darkness that eliminates your ability to see the positive. And when that happens, you stop caring about anything, and of course, you lack the interest and the motivation in your life, and eventually it results in bad time management. Yeah, and I hope this article has helped you understand what's happening and what leads to the bad time management. And let's welcome our next speaker who will illustrate the connection between our topic and the following causes.
Hello everyone, I'm Vivian. If you don't have clear goals, such as life goals or study goals, you will get confused and stick into a mess because you don't have a specific direction to follow. After a while, you probably feel lost or anxious or depressed, just like the previous speaker said. These negative feelings will form a belief in your mind, and then you start to doubt yourself and unsure what you want, and you will become lazy. In this case, it causes you lack of motivation and to carry on setting your goals and achieve your personal ideals. So you are wasting your time. Lack of motivation, for example, imagine that you have made a full to-do list and schedule your routine perfectly. Then, however, you realize that you ran out of time and you can't finish your task well. So, so you don't have enough time to finish it. Then you pause your task and you pause your action and thought you could finish this unfinished task later. So you started to become lazy and you lack of motivation. As a result, you quit conducting your plan. And this example shows the process of lacking motivation, and it causes the bad time management. Let's welcome our next speaker. Please.
Hi everybody, I'm going to tell about why we waste time. We waste time all because we are unmotivated. We have no motivation to do something we don't like. For the people who lack of motivations, it's difficult for them to do tasks they don't like to do or they have no interest. So they tend to rely on external motivators, such as like me. It forces the people who lack of motivator to do their jobs as soon as possible. And there's a same situation about the procrastinator. They often procrastinate because they had to do or type of the tasks they need to finish. For example, if you have an important phone call for a person that you really don't like him, but you still have to do, but you might end up procrastinating instead of you just end up with the task, the phone call as soon as possible. And next.
Hello everyone, I'm Sandy. So today I would like to talk the third course of time management, that is poor organization skills. And what is organizational skills? Organization skills that allow you to use your resources efficiently and effectively. And being organized means managing your time, energy, and workspace well and can accomplish your tasks successfully. And however, organizational skills can take different forms depending on your particular place or job title, but they typically maintaining and meeting deadlines and communicating well with your team. So I think organizational skills is about planning and teamwork. So planning without the organization of a plan, any goal is like going to like a battle and you don't bring your armor. So planning is a way to allocate resources properly and effectively. And the teamwork is a well-organized team is described to have an organizational structure with a proper communication toward a common goal. Each team member should have skills including attentive listening, goal setting, sense of leadership, implementation, and discipline and motivation. And to sum up, poor organizational skills can obviously affect time management. And that is a process of how it leads to bad time management. Poor organizational skills can slow down or hamper an effective process of doing the task. Poor organizational skills can hold you from creating your professional growth and productivity. And when the people become less efficient and productive, they can't adapt well to their task and they can't finish their own task on time. So that will lead to the bad time management. So poor organizational skills can affect how things can be completed on time. With the poor organizational skills, you will be able to fulfill your task meet deadlines. So there comes some example from explaining how it leads to the bad time management.
If you have an appointment with your client, tomorrow morning you need to prepare all the documents and contract in advance. Also, you need to check your route planning and make sure you will be on time for the appointment. And if you did not prepare your business bag with your documents or contract in advance, and you get up late the next morning, you need to spend more time to complete your preparation, and this will delay your schedule. And if you and your friends or family have a trip to somewhere, you should check the information when you are planning the trip. Like where to stay, where to photograph, or where to have a great meal. What if you did not prepare any plan for the trip? Maybe the restaurant did not open or all of the hotel room have been booked, so that no place to sleep. Maybe you need to spend more time looking for the routes and book the transportation tickets or find a hotel to stay while you are on the journey. If you do not spend your time to prepare the schedule in advance, you need to spend more time to research the information while you are on the vacation. Then you will reduce your vacation time.
So in conclusion, that we have mentioned the three causes of time management. The first is emotional statement. The second is lack of motivation, and the third one is poor organizational skills. So I think that can be separated to expand in each example. However, they are all related. I think time is a file that wears and makes no noise. In the world, we only live in one, so I wish you all to do cherish your time and manage your time in a good way. So thanks for your listening.
Hello guys, we have three discussions to talk about, so do anyone want to volunteer to answer some questions? And the first one is, do you have any good tips of time management to share? 2. Have you ever experienced lacking of motivation and having bad time management? 3. How did you prepare your cause and effect essay before the deadline in a week? How did you deal with your time management? Do anyone want to try our questions?
Because of time, maybe we can just pick one question. Okay, so how about we just focus on the first question? Do you have any good tips about time management to share? Okay, me. Okay, so it's back to the floor.
Yeah, 100%.
Good answer. Thank you so
Alright, quick response to the first presentation. When they began their presentation, they first introduced the members so that we get to meet their eyes, beautiful eyes, and then they introduced their topic and outline. And then later, one of the things I like most about their presentation is that before they got into the part where they talk about courses, they first gave the topic context. Madeline introduced the context, why we want to talk about this. In certain situation, bad time management will happen. And then also the importance of learning about this topic. And the second one is that they also gave bad time management a definition. So that was a good thing to do before you start your topic. If you actually try to define, then it will be easier for your audience to follow. Now Professor Chen is going to give you some feedback.
Okay, just 2 comments. Okay, the first part that I like the presentation because you remember to introduce your group member when you are about to finish your presentation. That's something good because that's a way to introduce something new. Okay, to tell the audience that you're going to talk about something new. Okay. The other thing I want to give one suggestion for improvement. Okay, it's good for you to provide an outline at the beginning of the presentation because that's a good way for you to give an overview of the presentation. However, during the presentation, okay, it's easy for me to know that it seems to me that in the presentation, especially when you were talking about 3 courses, that part seems to be prepared by different group members, right? Because there are so many inconsistencies in terms of ideas, in terms of fonting, in terms of wording. Okay, because this is a group presentation, so you need to make sure that everything has to be consistent from the beginning to the end. Okay, don't make the audience feel that you are giving a presentation that has been prepared by different group members. Okay, that's something I would encourage you to improve. Okay, so, but overall, it's a good presentation. Especially, I can notice that you make a lot of progress from this previous semester to this semester. Okay, that's something very good.
Thank you. All right, now we move from from time management to being confident. Obviously, if you have a very good organization skill, to have good time management, then you obviously will experience good results and hopefully you will build your confidence. But that's just my guess. So now let's welcome our next group. Next group, everybody, please give them your support. And they will share with us the effects of being confident.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I will introduce about confidence. And we have seven parts to talk about this. The first part is title, and this will talk about by me and Cherry. And the second part is thesis statement by Patrick. And about the cause and effect. Cause and first effect we'll talk about by Marco. And the second effect we'll talk about Angela. And the third effect we'll talk by Sophia. And the conclusion we'll talk about by Lee. So about being confident. Being confident is not like a talent that we are born with. It's more like emotions that we need to learn and practice in our life. Having confidence is have many advantages to make our life better. We have organized 3 effects that what will change in our life that when we have confidence. The first one is you can improve and expand your interpersonal relationship. And the second is when you are a confident person, you are not afraid to show yourself to other people. And the third one is when you have confidence, you will have courage to face the new challenges and achieve your dream because you believe yourself. And now Sherry is going to talk about why this topic is worth further discussing.
I will talk about why the topic is worth discussing. The topic is worth discussing because we think that to achieve our personal goals and make ourselves truly happy, we need to develop and maintain our self-confidence and self-respect. Self-confidence based on spiritual aspirations makes our human life precious and meaningful because spiritual goals are the only conditions that actually lead to the lasting happiness we desire. And next.
Hi everyone, Patrick. I'll talk about this statement. Being confident makes you fearless and less anxious. Because if you have the confidence, then you are easy to face on the question when you make. You don't need to follow other person's opinion or care about their thinking because you're confident, so you think you make a decision is best for you. So you're not afraid to deal with the problem. Then you're not afraid to make a decision. And also you can fix the mistake at an important first time. That's the mistake, the problem. Because you don't need to be nervous like thinking like if I do this, good or not. You just need to care about this. You don't need to hear a lot of other person's opinion or ask about anybody about the ideas. So yeah, the bigger confidence is fearless and also anxious. So that's my thesis statement.
My name is Marco, and today I'm talking about the cost of being confident and the first effect of being confident, which is to improve your interpersonal relationship. The cost of being confident is that when you achieve something, you feel confidence, and the confidence you have will allow you to feeling better when you're doing something or having a challenge ahead. And the confidence in the interpersonal relationship, which is allow you to engage someone that you never met before, and it allow you to make a first move, such as like introducing yourself, and that you require confidence, and the confidence come from, and the confidence also breeds something called bravery, and the bravery is also allow you to do something that that at first you're afraid to do so, but when you have confidence and then you have bravery, then that's allowing you to do something and achieve it, even though the result will be different from what you expected. And when the confidence in the group was up, even though someone was not confident, the people in the group with confidence allow to push the one who have no confidence, allow them to achieve things together, whether the result is good or bad. And in the interpersonal, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend, when someone wants to propose a girl or a boy, they will really need confidence and bravery to do so. Thank you.
And I'm going to talk about the second effect, not afraid to show themselves. Self-identity is the most important developmental text for children. There are some studies have shown that only with self-identity can have positive mental. For example, most extroverted kids are not afraid to show themselves. I think the main reason is because their parents are not to be demanding and also give them more encouragement. In our daily life, it is common for children to make mistakes. If the accusation of the children's mistake is too severe, they will start to down themselves and try to do and say as little as possible. And then it will cause them less and less daring to express themselves. So on the contrary, I think giving them the correct concept and mentality can give them more confidence to show themselves.
And next, I want to talk about our self-defense. Our self-defense is about people who have self-identity, then they can achieve their dreams and meet new challenges easily. People need self-identity, and self-identity is kind of confidence. If people are facing this kind of challenges, then they will take themselves in a positive way.